let's get to it. So this is NBA's sub replay. NBA, thank you again so much for supporting me over here on Twitch and even on Patreon as well. Really appreciate you, man.
Yep.
So I've been helping NBA a lot over the years, and he's sent me this Yoshino black replay. This is the black version, obviously, of the Yoshino, which, help me out, guys. Cole, right? You can get it for Cole?
Yeah, 240.
Thank you. She's a fine boat for Cole. She's a very long boat. She's good at the flanks. She's got 310 millimeter guns that absolutely slap with AP. People forget about that. They sleep on it. The HE is no joke either. She also has 20 kilometer team kill and torps, although team killing isn't the thing anymore. I still call it that.
Right.
Because at 20 kilometers, chances are you're hitting a teammate more so than you're hitting your enemies. But therefore, she's really good as a flanking, kiting cruiser. I would almost go so far as to say she does a better job at being a Zhao than a Zhao, like the tech tree. So, good boat. Let's take a look at how you've built her out. So you've gone with spotting aircraft mod 1. She does live or die by those spotting aircraft, so that's a great choice in slot 1. Damage control mod 1, aiming systems mod 1, propulsion mod 1, concealment, and then finally main battery. I will say in slot 2, with how much you're typically kiting away from the enemy, you're showing your rudder a lot. So engine room protection might be a better choice in slot 2, but you tell me, in your experience, have you lost rudder that much?
No.
Okay.
Really.
Then keep it there. It's an example of where experience informs the build that you've got, okay? All right. And then you've got a standard captain. Why haven't you put a Suzuki or Yamamoto in as your captain here?
I was just farming Commander XP.
That's fine. So Yamamoto helps, of course, with grease the gears in this for cruisers, and then Suzuki helps with survivability expert, which you didn't take anyway. I just want to highlight that. So your build, you've gone with grease the gears, demo expert, consumable, priority target, superintendent, adrenaline rush, concealment, and then top grade gunner. Okay. I got to think about this for a minute. I'd love to see survivability expert as a skill. What else?
I have it on one of my captains. Yeah, I have Suzuki on here too. So
now you're typically a kiting boat in Yoshino. At least that's how you want to play it. I don't know that you're going to get a lot of use out of top grade gunner as a result, because somebody has to be within your detection for that to happen. And your concealment is, let's see, what's your concealment going to be? 12 kilometer. So
yeah,
I don't see you getting a lot of benefit from top grade gunner. Okay. So, pack a punch is nice because those 20 kilometer torques, when they hit more. Does boost your secondaries for if you get into trouble, but that's not so helpful either. This is a random battle, right? So for randoms, exactly, Pockington. For randoms, I think you're better suited with outnumbered if you're just playing it as a flanking boat. So I would absolutely go and drop top grade in favor of outnumbered.
Okay.
I don't know that you need demo expert. Consumable enhancements to keep your spotting plane up longer. Okay. I would go eye in the sky if you care about your spotting plane. You get 2 more consumable charges, and the cooldown time is 50%. You already are buffing the uptime with the spotting mod up here. So I would highlight eye in the sky. If this is a Yoshino specific build, then hey, that would be good. I still need to find a way for you to get survivability expert. The only way for you to do that is going to be to drop priority target.
I know you love it.
I love it.
Target.
I love it. And so I would say, okay, in that case, let's drop eye in the sky and let's go survivability. You rarely use spotter in Yoshino. There you go, classic. Now, I'm going to say this. With how you've got it set up, you could do consumable specialist. I haven't seen you play, but you could do consumable specialist, or remember I commented a moment ago about how good the AP is? I might look at gunfeeder, because that extra jeux for switching over to AP when you see a broadside cruiser, I think there's some value in that. Okay. So this is how I might set up my Yoshino for a random battle build specifically. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
and then you've gone with the hydro uptime flag. That's fine.
That's just it. Yeah.
Honestly,
Just saving them. Yeah.
if you're saving him, I would just drop that too. Who cares?
Okay.
For me, with flags, I typically go all in or all out. You know.
Okay.
You could go insane and go lighthouse. Beta has a good point. So, real quick, just for anybody curious about lighthouse, lighthouse means you don't care about concealment and you're going max damage. Lighthouse might be a good choice in PvE environments, okay? And if that's the case, you're probably going to go for ship consumables, or you're going to go for the steering gears module here in the 5th slot. And you're going to pick up heavy HE and SAP. That boosts your detection. And then you can go top grade gunner because your concealment goes to 17 kilometer. That's why it's called lighthouse, because you're spotted from space. Beta's got a good point. And then you do top grade gunner on top of that. Okay. And then maybe you even swap out one of, survivability for heavy AP, or if you're doing PvE, you're probably not going to get all the way through your superintendent, your heals. So maybe you swap superintendent for heavy AP, or you pack a punch. I mean, you get the idea. This would be a good build for PvE setup. And then maybe I drop this and drop that for fill the tubes for PvE. Get your torpedoes luck chucking out like crazy. Yes, I'm shooting all the time. I only need concealment to game return. Good point. Classic. Good point. And if you're doing lighthouse build, you turn around and start reversing, and then you're just reverse the whole rest of the battle, basically. So anyway, let's get to the game. Okay, there we go. So, a random battle, you spawned in the middle, how lucky you are. Carriers, how lucky you are. Oh, subs, and it's a 4501. You're extremely lucky. Okay. Lots of battleships to farm.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, you've already turned to half.
General quarters.
And it looks like you're going to go to the right.
Yeah,
so,
I was just going to go over there in the open and try to farm as much as I can.
Okay.
That's usually my general thing. Try to find where I can farm the best at it with this thing. So.
Now, the thing I hate about this spawn is this island right here. It's going to encourage you to go this way, which is a bad idea if you ask me. If you're able to cut the curve and go behind the island, I would do that. Especially in this map. Why? Because there's carriers involved. The chances are very high. You'll be detected. Like, if he went this way, you'd be detected now. And then the island prevents you from properly bowing, turning out. So that forces you to bow in and take a lot of damage. Or show broadside and take a lot of damage. Either way, you take a lot of damage.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, no, I get you.
Yep. Here's where the AP would be better. You could switch to AP here with gun feeder. Get a shot off. One penetration. Whatever. It's long range. It happens. If you really wanted to hit him, you could put your plane up there too, because that helps your vertical dispersion. So that would give you a better chance at actually nailing your target.
Right.
This is way too aggressive, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
Just calling it out. Just calling it out. Like right now, I would be going into kite away position, especially seeing that the Essex is coming this way. I'd be instinctively turning backwards. Because, oh look, a Thunderer sees you. And a Schlieffen. Two fires, which means he's probably going to DCP. Keep an eye on him. He does do that. And he goes dark right as that happens. Go figure. I would slow down here. Oh, look. Perfect. You did it.
It's like I've done this before.
It's like you're learning, because we've talked about kiting cruisers so much with you, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, just a little.
2 times, yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little. So this is, for those of you guys who don't know, this is what we call controlling the engagement. There's no reason for him to go farther forward. Well, now these torpedoes are maybe giving him that reason. Oh, Thunder is back up. Thunder is back up. Go back to the Thunder.
No, I don't.
I know, but you should. Because he knows DCP is down. And Libertad's at max range, so. And too late. You're like, ah, oh.
Uh,
Now it's time for your team killing torps.
here in a few minutes.
There you go. Now, what I would do is I would fire one rack this way, and then I would turn my ship and fire the other rack that way too. And go in a kite-away position the other direction. Because really, what the value of this boat is, it's just in going fishing.
I just seen this small, so I was like, okay. It was like,
Yeah, okay. You're
Yeah,
probably not going to do anything about it, though.
no, no.
There's a sub right under the Shimakaze, so Hydro would be good now.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't stay there and try to hunt the sub, but he didn't. So
Yeah, but the Hydro is more for you for defensive purposes. Yeah. Also, imagine if you had luck chucked, right? Like, those torpedoes are not deep waters. You could actually hit the sub if he's on the surface, for example. Hydro here would probably detect the sub unless you're well, yeah. Hydro here would detect the sub if he's at operational depth or at periscope. And if he's at crush depth, if you're directly over him, like within 2 kilometers, it'll keep him perma-spotted, which is what you want. So you should be hydroing here.
I should have, yes.
And look, it's a Des Moines. Not what you want to see in this position.
No, it wasn't. I was just like, I gotta get out of here. This is not a winning situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad he was just throwing HE at me.
Well, you know, he could have thrown AP at you at the beginning. He didn't take advantage of that. Also, put your plane up. Might as well.
Yeah. I usually forget about the plane, unless I'm just actively farming. But
So if you forget about the plane, then you need to switch back to main armaments mod 1 in slot 1, because that's the whole reason you put the plane module on.
That's a good point. Oh, no one torpedo hit? Really?
Nope.
no.
Nope.
He
He's
probably had Hydro on.
Of course. He's also bow on, so I mean, the chances of hitting him with the torp are very low. Too bad Yoshimakaze is getting Brisbaned. He's trying desperately to kill the sub. See, this is where if you had the Hydro on and fought the sub, you could have killed the sub too. That might have kept the Shimakaze from harm.
Right.
Also, forget the Des Moines at this point. Look at the Schlieffen and B-cap. To me, he's the bigger threat. If you let him get in secondary range of you, that's a problem. Oof. Wait for those Shimakaze torps to hit. And then see what happens. So I would have...
Those are looking good.
They are, yeah. Nice kill.
Damn.
Enemy battleship foundered.
Alright, Des Moines left, that's fine. Schlieffen and B would be my next target. Hey, look, the Napoli got the sub. Let's go. That's a 4501. That thing is hard to kill, as Puddin can attest.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Alright, I would luck chuck the torps down the channel right now. Because, yeah, Brisbane was last spotted there, and look, there he is. You're down a ship. Forget the Brisbane. Brisbane really is, like, least of your concerns. Schlieffen is the most of your concerns, in my opinion. Plus, you can burn him down the best. Do you really think that the Des Moines is going to come out from there?
Yes,
Okay.
he does.
Nice Citadel. M-Note, if you're watching, this is what you typically see for Des Moines play, right? They find an island, and they poke out, and then they reverse behind it, and then they never come out again. Nice AP on the Brisbane. Oh, let's go. 30,000 damage hit.
Yeah, the AP does slap a little bit.
And you know what? The thing is, because he's an ultralight, even if he's angled, the AP can still, like, overmatch pen and all that crap.
Would the HE have pinned?
HE would have penned that, but wouldn't have gotten a Citadel, I don't think.
Okay.
Now, you've got something in smoke that's angrily shooting at you, so Hydro would be good now because probability of torpedoes coming your way are high. You can also see what's happening because you let yourself get into Schlieffen secondary range.
Yes.
In Asia server, they build range 6 slot. You don't know why they need more range? Because Asia... DCP, by the way, you're on 2 fires. Come on. Hello? Hello? There you go. Yoshino's... I know that the Asia meta is usually more standoffish and stuff, so I guess it makes sense that they're gonna hang out there. So what I would do now is I would flip this way so you can fire off these torpedoes, and also you change direction so the Des Moines can't keep guessing and hitting you.
Oh, you're dead.
You got a minute to go.
Less than 2,000 HP. Damn. Come on, survive, survive.
Yeah, no, this is not the Suzuya gameplay.
No.
No. Staying alive the whole game. It's just...
But, you know, you've got Concealment Expert, and you lose it by shooting. Unless the destroyer was already out spotting you anyways, in which case it doesn't matter. But I don't think I've ever gotten a death pick with the red ray of light. The red beam of light, so that's kind of cool. You think about how I can incorporate that. Oh, there we go.
I like it. Yeah.
I do too.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Let me think about... The sun is on the wrong side, so I gotta flip over to this side. There we go. And back off a little bit. Aha, there we go. Ta-da! There's your death pick, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You are most welcome. Thank you for furnishing us with a death pick. All right.
Be right back.
Oh, you got a Citadel at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
So...
And then somebody finished him up, so, but...
Yeah, and the Shima was right there. So your Hydro... He would have detected you anyway. He wasn't in smoke. But here's the thing. One, luck chuck your torps more. Just get... If they're ready to go, just throw them. Because the thing about the 20-kilometer torpedoes is that you're probably never going to hit the target you're actually trying to hit. So just luck chuck them. They're area denial. They're the torpedoes that you fire, and then like a minute and a half later you get a hit and you're like, huh? Who the hell was that? You know?
Right.
Or you get a kill. So luck chuck those torps. That's one. Two, be more cognizant of opportunities to use your Hydro. That sub is a good example. And then later, when you were being shot at by something in smoke, that's the other one. You need to get into the habit of something is shooting at me from smoke. That's a destroyer. There's probably torpedoes coming. So pop your Hydro. That's
right.
So important. So important, okay? And then, like I said, you played in the center a lot, and I liked how initially you were controlling the engagement. I think for you, adding on top of that the luck chuck, and then flip and luck chuck again, and then control. Like, if you can kind of get in the habit of doing that with this boat, I think that would help you a lot.
Right.
And finally, I don't think top grade gunner really was worth it for you.
No.
Outnumbered, though, I'll tell you.
Outnumbered would have worked, yeah.
No, because you were in the middle of the map so much. Outnumbered really works when you're off on the flank because there's fewer of your teammates within your, what is it? I gotta remember, is it within your vision or gun range? Let's see. Number of allies within your ship's main battery firing range. Main battery firing range.
Then you know I'm from a lighthouse build, then, right? I mean, if you're
Well,
running outnumbered.
it doesn't matter. Lighthouse build isn't impacted really by outnumbered because your main battery has pretty good range anyways, right? So, but if you're on the flanks, there's a better chance that somebody's going to be spotting. Like, there's more enemies there if your teammates are running away. If you're on the flank, if you're in the middle, if you think about it, like look at the minimap right now. If you're in the middle and your gun range is this, then your allies that are over here are contributing and essentially preventing you from being outnumbered. If you are over here, right, now your gun range is like that. So your enemies, your teammates that are on the other side of the map really aren't counting against you. That's why being on the flank is so important with outnumbered.
That makes sense.
Alrighty?
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this game up. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Chat, any ideas for any ideas for a title for this game? What do y'all think?
I'm not good with names, so don't ask me.
Oof, rip your Sherman. Went right into the middle and got wrecked.
Yeah, he did.
What's up, Drogon?
The enemy is about to win.
Let's get a shout out for Mr. Drogon here. Not much. Thought you'd stop in. Appreciate you doing that. Drogon's a fellow Twitch streamer. You can toss him a follow. He does World of Warships. And, ouch, you even lost that game. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. The pain. Oh, the pain.
Pain. It was, yeah.
Yeah, you came in second place, 0 achievements. Oh, well.
It happens,
Better luck
right?
next time. Maybe that'll be a title. Better luck next time.
Yeah, I like it.
I love this. So far, we've only won one game. Our win rate today is 33% on the rerun theater here. I like it.
You can't win them all, Zath. I mean,
That's right. We can't. Better luck next time. You're most welcome for the shout out. All right. Well, let's get the build viewer on here, or not the build viewer. Sorry, the replay. And I'm such a derp. I forgot to fix that. Okay. We were talking tech so long, I completely forgot to update that thing here. Bam. So here's the thing. So like I said, from your start, I would have absolutely tried to get behind the Charlie 4 little island. You want to kind of be on the B line to get to a flank, either the 1 line or the 10 line. But you go to the B line to be safe. Okay, it's a random battle, so you can maybe, if you've got a teammate that's closer, like you had the Napoli, I think that was closer, fine, let them be closer. Then you can stay about a grid square behind them to encourage enemies to shoot him instead of you. Okay, if it's ranked, dude, you way too aggressive. If it's ranked,
yeah, but you wouldn't be taking Yoshino in a ranked, would you?
yeah, you could. Who cares?
I mean, I know
It's
you
ranked.
can. But, okay.
You can. I wouldn't either, but yeah, you can. And people do. Dude, with what you see in ranked, man, you can get away with the Yoshino with no commander, no upgrades and stuff and still come in first place. Yeah, I know. Seriously. I do like your instincts of switching to AP at the right time, so I do want to highlight that as well. I think gun feeder will be better for you for this boat if it's a specific build for Yoshino, because if you're willing to use that AP, that comes in handy. I think drop the spotter plane module because it's not helping you at all.
Okay.
Or use the damn spotter plane. Like,
yeah, I know. I need to.
The thing that
I usually do, I just didn't today.
I think a lot of players.
2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. It was
yeah, well, there you go.
2 o'clock in the morning, I was half asleep.
See,
it's not an excuse,
that's when it's time to hone your skills, because if you can do it at 2 o'clock in the morning, what can you do at 9 p.m. when you're like completely wide awake, you know?
Well,
and sober.
Harder.
But a lot of players forget that the spotter plane doesn't just help you with your range. It helps you with your accuracy for everything within your standard range. So if you are shooting something and you absolutely need to hit that mother trucker, pop the plane and watch as your dispersion tightens just that little bit more. That's 1 or 2 more shell hits. That might be another fire, that might be another citadel, and that might be an earlier kill. So I'd say keep it and just practice popping that button. Whenever you get into an engagement, pop the button.
Okay.
You know, until, let's see, I think you get 4. So, you know, do that for the first 2, and then for the later 2, you know, decide, do I want to hold it for extending my range? But see, that by that time, you've either won the game, where you need the extended range to chase after enemies that are running away, or you've lost the game and the extra range doesn't really matter. So, yeah, I'd say just pop the damn planes and use them.
Yep.
Pop them like pills, baby.
Gotcha.
Okay, how did your team lose this? Seriously.
I don't know. Maybe my fault. I have no clue.
Well, of course it was, because you died. But, I mean,
yeah.
the Sherman just derped into B. I mean, that's number 1. Okay, they lost it on points because they were too busy messing around in Charlie. That's what happened. And then Minotaur's just getting robo-clopped right there. Yeah, bye. Okay. All right, well.
And then Burgoyne had no chance against Libertard and...
Oh, goodness, yeah. All right, well, hey, NBA, a big thank you again for all your support and everything, dude. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Hopefully this helped. Let's go.
I know. It always does.